Hello everyone, I am Mr. Ashish Chaudhary, Assistant Professor of Mechanical Engineering Department of BPM's Maharshi Parshuram College of Engineering, Bhubaneswar. Today we are going to start a lecture series on a power engineering subject. In that, first we will start a lecture on a steam generators, or it is also called the boilers. Okay. The equipment used for producing and transferring steam is called steam generators or boilers. That means if you convert a water into the steam, the whatever device we have used, that device is called as boiler. Then the principle of steam generators or boilers, the fluid. So generally we are using water containing the boiler called a shell, and thermal energy released during the combustion of fuel, which may be solid, liquid or gases, is transferred to water, and this converts water into steam at a desired temperature and pressure. So this is a simple principle of the steam generator. So if you consider a device, in that we are supplying the thermal energy by burning of fuel. That fuels we can use solid, liquids or gases, whichever is available, and by using that thermal energy, the water will be converted into the steam at a required desired temperature and pressure. So this is the principle of the steam generators. Now the commercial usage of steam. Okay, so these are the applications. The first one is power generation, second is the heating the residential and commercial buildings in cold weather countries. Next is other industrial usage, for example sugar industries and the chemical industries. Then agriculture, for example soil sterilization and wood bending or the killing insects and increasing the plasticity of the material. Okay, so these are the general commercial uses of this steam. Now we will see the classification of boilers. So boilers may be classified according to the following ways. The first we will consider as uh, relative position of hot gases and the water. So depending upon the hot gases and water flow, the boilers will be divided into two parts. The first is fire tube boilers and second is the water tube boilers. Now we'll see the fire tube boilers. The hot gases passes through the tubes that are surrounded by the water. The fire tube boilers are also known as certain common names. For example, horizontal return tubular, locomotive firebox, Scotch marine, and vertical boilers. So in the fire tube boilers, mainly the flue gases after burning the fuel passes through the tubes, and the water will be surrounding these tubes. So such type of boilers are called the fire tube boilers. Now the water tube boilers. The water passes through the tubes and the hot gases produced by the combustion of fuel flow outside. These type of boilers designated by the following common names are first one is Babcock and Wilcox boiler. So these are the straight but inclined tubes which connect the heaters. The Stirling boilers, so which contains a multi-tubular boiler having bent tubes that connected boiler drums to heaters. So what about the water tube boilers? So in the water tube boilers, water will be passes through the tubes, and the flue gases after burning the fuel will be surrounding these tubes. Okay. Now this one, method of firing. So first one is internally fired by boilers. So in that, the furnace is provided inside the boiler shell and is completely surrounded by water cooled surfaces. This method of firing is used in Lancashire boiler, locomotive boilers and Scotch boilers. Okay. Next one is externally fire boilers. So in that, generally depend upon them, the furnace is provided outside or the under the boiler. It has an advantage that its furnace is simple to construct and can easily be enlarged and when required. This method of firing is used in Babcock and Wilcox boiler. So generally sometimes we'll require to increase the capacity of furnace. So in that condition, the externally fired boilers are useful. Okay. Next type, depending upon the pressure of the steam. The first is high pressure boilers. Generally, the boilers producing steam 80 bars and above are called as high pressure boilers, and low pressure boilers are the boilers producing steam lower than 80 bar are called low pressure boilers. Now next method is method of circulation of water. Okay. So in the drum, generally we will provide the water. In that, how the water will be circulated into the boiler, depending upon that there are the two types. First one is the natural circulation method. In that, what will happen when heat will be supplied to the water, then what will happen, natural current will be flow into the water, and due to that natural current the water will be flow, uh, liquid water will flow at downward direction, and the water which is converted into steam, that will be flow in upward direction. So due to that natural circulation, the natural current will be occur, and this type of boiler is called as natural circulation method. Next type of boiler is forced circulation method. So in that, the water will be supplied with the force with a high pressure. So that means for that we will require the pumps. Then obviously by using pumps we will be circulating the water into the boiler, and due to that pressure, the whatever steam will be generated, that will be circulated from the top side of the boiler. Next one, the nature of service to be performed. The first one is land boiler. So that boilers which are used with stationary plants. So that means at a particular site the boilers will be manufactured. And second one is portable boilers, the boilers which can be readily dismantled and easily carried out from one side to another side. So such type of boilers are called as portable boilers. And next one is the mobile boilers. The boilers which are fitted on mobile carriages are called mobile boilers. So by using that we can easily transport that boilers to whenever or whether we are required. So for example, these are the marine and locomotive boilers. Next one is one screw boiler, the boilers in which no circulation of water takes place. So that means whatever we have feeding the water, that leaves from the tube directly in terms of the steam. So example of this boilers is Benson boiler. Second is position and number of drums. So single or multiple drums may be positioned longitudinally or crosswise. So depending upon that we can use the boilers. And last is the design of gas passages. So that means whatever flue gases generated, that will be passed through tubes. In that, the whatever the single pass or double pass, depending upon that, the first one is single pass. Then return pass after circulating, that means circulation of the flue gases will be take place, and that means the next one is a multiple pass. So in return pass there will be double circulation, and in multiple pass we will circulate that flue gases in many times. Next is nature of the draft. Draft. So in that, the natural draft, when the fuel burns in the furnace of the boiler with the circulation of air, the draft is named as natural draft. That means whatever flue gases we are taking place or during the fuel burning into the furnace will circulate the air, and due to the circulation of air, the flue gases taking out from the furnace, and that will be taken out from the chimney. So this is by using a natural draft. And artificial draft, when the air is forced by means of force fan, the draft is named as artificial draft. So in the burning process we always require the air, and for that if you supply the air by using a fan, then we will consider it is a artificial draft. Then heat source, by using heat source, the first one is combustion of solid, liquid or gaseous fuels. Then That means how which type of heat source we are providing, depending upon that thermal energy will be generated. So first is combustion of solid, liquid or gaseous fuels. Then second is electrical or nuclear energy. By using electric energy directly we will use the heating coils, and by using that heat thermal energy will be generated. And by using nuclear energy, due to the nuclear reaction, whatever energy will be generated, that will be used for the generation of the steam. And last means hot waste gases or other chemical reactions. So whatever chemical reaction taking place in the chemical plant, and in that chemical reaction if energy will be generated, that waste energy we are circulate to the boiler, and from that steam will be generated. Then last is the fueled fluid used. The first one is steam boilers, usually water as a fluid. Then mercury boilers, we are using the mercury as a fluid, and other boilers use special chemicals as a fluid. So material of construction of boilers here. So here cast iron boilers, then steam boilers, steel boilers, copper and stainless steel boilers. So whatever material we are used, depend upon that the types of boilers are generated. Okay, thank you.